Now at 9, a new set of health executive orders launched in Indiana. Find out what areas this plan affects.
And the Trump administration's plans to cut NPR and PBS funding. Learn the impact of these government financial cuts.
And how Camp Kassem's annual gala brings members together. See how this event makes the magic.
And the European Union's planned response to tariffs. Find out what the products they would affect.
We're tracking sunny conditions tomorrow. NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Local news about local people, live from Ball State Unified Media. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening and thanks for being with us. I'm Demar Robinson.
And I'm Braylon Judy. Two members of President Donald Trump's cabinet joined Indiana Governor Mike Braun today to kick off a new health initiative. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Dr. Mehmet Oz joined Braun during the announcement. The plan is titled Make Indiana Healthy Again. It targets the root causes of health problems such as heart disease and obesity. The initiative includes 9 executive orders dealing with government health assistance, food additives, and student fitness. This comes as a part of the nationwide campaign created by the Trump administration to make America healthy again.
A fundraising gala and a meaningful mission with even a little magic.
NewsLink's Mira Bloomer has the story.
Evening of stories, magic, and a whole lot of heart. Camp Kassem's gala is more than just a fundraiser. It's a night that could change lives.
Camp Kessem means like connecting, and Kessem means magic, and it's like you just connect to everyone and it makes you feel welcome there.
Grafton Murray, who goes by Lyric at camp, has been attending for years. Like every camper, they choose a traditional Kessem name, but the impact of camp goes far beyond just a nickname.
Going through a parent's cancer, or quite frankly anyone's cancer that you know or is in your family, makes you feel alone. It does. And you don't feel alone when you're here.
Make the Magic was hosted at the Kerrigan House in Muncie, bringing campers, volunteers, and parents together for everything from speeches, silent auctions, prizes, games, and songs, all sharing the true heart of Camp Kessem.
After the hardest treatments that your families could be going through, you come to one event, you come to camp for a week, and your total outlook on life is completely different.
Run by students from Ball State, the main goal is to keep summer camp completely free for kids whose parents' cancer has impacted them, offering a safe space for children who are navigating the uncertainty.
Kids, they feel a sense of love and empowerment, and they finally get to meet kids who know what they are going through, because in those situations, you really don't know anybody who knows what you're going through, especially when it's your parent.
The night ended with a powerful reminder of what happens when love and community come together, raising over $12,000 to support this impactful mission.
Left last camp with some, not only friends with my volunteers and my coordinators, but also some families and campers that I'm going to have in my life, I know, for a very long time.
The goal, $8,000. The impact, huge. Tonight, Kessem showed just how powerful a community can really be. In Muncie, Mira Bloomer, NewsLink, Indiana.
To learn more or get involved, visit www.kessem.org. And speaking of magic, the weather today was kind of gloomy at first, and out of nowhere the sun comes out, a little bit of bibbidi bobbidi boo with the magic there.
A little bit, yeah.
The weather, Evan, how's the weather?
Yeah, unfortunately, I cannot magically change the weather right now. But our current temperatures here in Muncie right now, it is 52 here in our Muncie area, 51 down in Indianapolis, a little bit cooler up there in the Chicago South Bend area, 50 in Chicago, and a little bit warmer down in the Evansville area, 55 degrees down there. But what I'm tracking in my full forecast tonight, we're looking at beautiful Wednesday sunshine, some warmer temperatures coming back in, and possible spring showers for Easter.
Thank you, Evan. The Trump administration wants to cut funding from National Public Radio and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. According to the New York Times, the Trump administration plans to send a request to Congress to take back $1.1 billion in federal funding for public broadcasting. If approved, that could eliminate almost all federal funding for NPR and PBS. Once the request is sent, the House and Senate will have 45 days to vote on whether to approve the request. But the Corporation for Public Broadcasting is forward-funded 2 years to insulate it from political maneuvering.
Europe could impose retaliatory tariffs on hundreds of American goods. That's if trade negotiations with the United States aren't successful. The list of more than 400 products subject to additional tariffs of 25% was published yesterday. It includes American toilet paper, eye makeup, cigars, tobacco, and men's and women's clothing. The European Union's measures were to begin Tuesday in retaliation for a 25% U.S. tariff on all imports of steel and aluminum. However, the bloc of 27 countries suspended its countermeasures until July 14th, after the U.S. delayed its reciprocal tariffs by 90 days.
Concerns about the U.S. economy and the Trump administration's tariff policies appear to be sending more Americans to secondhand stores. The owner of The Nest, a thrift store in Nevada, says she's recently seen an increase in customers looking for more affordable options.
I'm getting a lot of people, more so than I ever have, that are more concerned with the ethics and morality and wanting to spend their money with companies that align with their moral values.
The same trend has been noted nationwide according to consumer data. Research from Capital One Shopping found people who shop at those businesses have nearly saved $1,800 per year. The data also says about 1/3 of clothing items bought in the U.S. last year were secondhand. Coming up, a new study on electronic cigarettes. Find out how they affect those trying to quit smoking.
And Sam's Club is looking to expand. See how many new stores they plan to open.
Hey, boss. Okay.
I said I'm fine.
Me the bed, see you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it.
You can talk to me.
It's been really, really hard for me.
Hey there, Hoosiers. Are you ready to give your child a head start on their future? Indiana 529 savings plans are a simple way to save for their education. Plus, there are some great tax benefits. The best part? It's not just for college. Indiana 529 can be used for tech schools, trade programs, apprenticeships, and more. Start with just $10 a month at myindiana529.com to help them reach their dreams.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing. And getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life.
This is my time.
Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started.
This is my time. There ain't no doubt in my mind.
Find your place in space.
This is my time.
Space for all.
Julie was always a voracious reader. She'd carry 2 novels on an airplane because she'd read one on a 3-4 hour ride. And at some point, I began to notice that she would read a page and couldn't remember what she had just read, and she'd have to go back and read it again.
I don't remember much these days after I read, but less does for me, and I love it.
Welcome back. It's a hard habit to kick, but smokers who turn to electronic cigarettes to help them quit smoking using traditional cigarettes, may not be helping their health.
In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither looks at a study released today that finds dual use of these products carries the same risks as cigarettes alone.
It's a common way to cut back, but if you think vaping while continuing to use traditional cigarettes is a healthier route, American Cancer Society researchers urge you to think again.
The goal really should be to get to zero smoking, zero tobacco use.
In a new study released today, researchers analyzed data from more than 2,600 adult smokers who reported dual use of cigarettes and e-cigarettes and compared them with those who used just one of those products. They found those who used both were exposed to the same tobacco-related nicotine and toxins as they would be if only using traditional cigarettes.
The number of cigarettes per day, whether it's the e-cigarettes or the regular cigarettes, the number of cigarettes per day was the most important factor, where, of course, higher number of cigarettes gave you higher number of toxins.
The exposure to these toxins carries risks of cancer, cardiovascular disease, reproductive problems, developmental issues, and respiratory harm. Researchers say smokers should be aware that dual use of these products is not safe.
I think the main thing to take away is that the less you smoke, the better.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Sam's Club is getting a huge makeover. The warehouse chain says all of its 600 existing stores will be remodeled. The details were announced during parent company Walmart's 2025 investment community meeting. The company says the renovated stores will include scan and go, as well as the ability to ship your purchases directly to your home. That's not all, though. Sam's Club is planning to open 15 new clubs every year for the next decade. The company says its goal is to double membership, sales, and profit over the next decade.
I've got the latest on breaking isolated weekend thunderstorms. Check it out after the break.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
While I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Did you know that 9 out of 10 Americans are sick of the divisions in our country? But there's one small step we can take to remember that we're still connected. All over America, strangers with different political views are coming together to talk about their lives, not politics, and discovering they actually have a lot in common. Because even if we don't see eye to eye, we can still talk heart to heart. So let's talk for a change. Learn more at takeonesmallstep.org.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Welcome back. In Johnson County, a wild turkey got inside an Indiana store and started causing a commotion. Check out this video. An employee called 911 to report the wild animal, telling dispatch the large bird was chasing people and knocking products off store shelves. Body cam footage worn by the St. Joseph Police Department officers who responded show the turkey perched on display shelves near the pharmacy. A canine officer approaches the turkey and grabs it by the feet. He then carries the bird safely outside and releases it near the wooded area. No harm, no foul. And guys, we're talking about turkeys, of course signifying, November and Thanksgiving. But the temperatures kind of feel like Thanksgiving.
I know.
Like November.
Even approaching Easter, it shouldn't feel quite like this.
Yeah.
But taking a look at our 24-hour temp change, you guys mentioned it feels like November out here right now. So currently in Muncie, it is actually 6 degrees cooler right now than what it was yesterday at this time. Actually a little bit cooler even up there in the Fort Wayne area, 10 degrees cooler. Though those temperatures are going to start to even out here as that cold front is kind of moving out and those more normal temperatures are kind of moving along the way. And even though it was a little bit cooler today, that does not mean it was cold. With our current temperatures still, again, right now, 52 here in Muncie. Still absolutely perfect. 51 in Indianapolis. A little bit warmer down there in the Evansville area, 55 degrees down there. While up in the Chicago and South Bend area, it's actually a little bit warmer on the west side of Lake Michigan up there compared to South Bend, where it is 46 right now. Though, again, with those cooler temperatures, will not stick around as our 6 to 10 day outlook is actually predicting some above average temperatures. The farther south you go, we are going to experience some above average temperatures here in our area of the Midwest, though the northwestern part of the United States is actually going to be experiencing some below average temperatures up there. Though even with our high of 52 here today, that is only about 12 degrees cooler than our average high for this time of year of about 64 degrees. Yet we are absolutely nowhere near our record high of 83 degrees set 15 years ago back in 2010. Though those temperatures will remain cool tonight, 37 degrees for our low with those mostly cloudy conditions still remaining, though that wind that was kind of bothering us today is going to start dying down to about 10 miles per hour from the north and northeast. And even those cloud cover and winds will kind of calm down even into tomorrow morning as you start your walk to work. 37 degrees kind of sticking around, but those mostly sunny conditions starting at around 8 o'clock. Though even at noon, 49 degrees and sunny conditions as it warms up to our high of 56 tomorrow with those sunny conditions still continuing. Unfortunately, those aren't really going to continue as our precision cast is showing that some rain will actually be moving into our area around Thursday night, that cloud cover moving in as well. That also will bring in some more cloud cover here Friday night as we move in here. And then that rain actually coming into the west side of our viewing area here Friday evening, moving in more on Saturday. And those scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms will actually persist throughout most of the weekend, even into Sunday and Monday with our 7-day forecast here. But those temperatures are going to start to warm up. 66 here on Thursday with that cloud cover moving in again. Like I said, 78 on Friday, definitely the high point of this week with those mostly cloudy conditions. Though Saturday, again, that rain kind of moving into our area, 80% chance of precipitation, and that temperature kind of cooling off a little. While again, Monday, those temperatures are going to remain in those high 60s for us there. So again, while it was a little bit cooler today, we can expect those temperatures to go back up. I'm super excited for it. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. Yes, I am. Thank you so much, Evan. There's lots more to get into on NewsLink Indiana. Josh Gabbard has a preview of sports.
Thanks, DeMar and Braylon. One class project took to the links while one Ball State team faced a familiar opponent. All this and more next in sports.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Students who can read by the end of 3rd grade are 35% more likely to graduate. I'm Dr. Katie Jenner, Indiana Secretary of Education, here to tell you how reading 30 minutes per day can improve the trajectory of a child's life. Whether you're reading with your child or they are reading independently, this is one of the most important things you can do to help them succeed. So this school year, please encourage your child to continue reading. It's a small habit that makes a big difference.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
At night, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed. But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal Weather, bringing you up to speed on the day's top stories.
And giving you up-to-the-minute conditions from the Ball State Weather Center.
And of course, lots of fun.
I gave mine personality. Look, it's got eyebrows.
Ooh.
My lucky glove didn't even work.
But I also am excited for those fall temperatures. Start your Friday mornings with Cardinal Weather, live on the Cardinal Weather Facebook page.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Josh Gabbard with sports. Some sports administration students at Ball State are taking their final projects in a new direction. NewsLink Indiana's Stephen Grotta is on the tee box with more.
When the Delaware Country Club isn't playing host to the MAC Golf Tournament, it's hosting
the 2025 Birdie Bash. It's a golf tournament that our program has been planning for the whole semester.
Students in the SPTA 619 class at Ball State often engage in experimental learning throughout the semester, and this semester was no different. Students spent all semester working to plan a golf tournament ran through the sports administration program. With a combined 13 partners and sponsors and many ways to win prizes such as the longest drive, this event was sure to be a hit.
We're just super stoked. I'm glad that the weather's great today. So yeah, everyone's out here. Seems like everyone's having a good time so far. So yeah, just excited about it.
But the main goal for Professor Zachary Evans for this golf tournament was for the students to get experience planning events and doing what they love.
Getting people to have an opportunity to shine through in areas that they really want to gain that extra experience and getting the experience.
And after all the planning, students were able to see their vision come to life.
I think just seeing it come to light, like seeing everyone like pull up and get excited and come and register, and kind of seeing them face to face because we didn't really know everyone. So yeah, just meeting everyone and getting excited about everyone here. So yeah, that's been a great part.
In Muncie, Stephen Grotta.
Shout out to the Sport Administration Program for putting this on. Yeah.
NewsLink Indiana.
Taking it to Gamebridge, the WNBA draft was last night and the Fever picked up some new talent. With the 19th pick, Indy selected Michaela Timpson, a forward from Florida State that posted a staggering 8.4 rebounds a game last season. The Fever would have the 20th overall pick too and would draft Bree Hall, a guard out of South Carolina. And for their final pick, the Fever would take Yvonne Ejem, a Canadian forward from Gonzaga who averaged almost 15 points a game last year. This past weekend, Ball State baseball played a familiar foe, facing an in-conference opponent in Northern Illinois. NewsLink Indiana's Xavier Harris brings you the story.
The Cardinals kept the momentum going on Sunday afternoon after winning their last two games on Friday and Saturday. The team scored in the first 6 innings in their dominant 14-4 win over an in-conference opponent in Northern Illinois. With the victory, this marks a series sweep, this series marking the last home series in the month of April for the team. Junior outfielder and pitcher Blake Beavis contributed big time on the day, going 3 for 5 at the plate and hitting 2 homers. Beavis emphasized how winning games at home boosts team confidence late in the season.
We knew that from day one. We had a special group, but it's important to see success out on the field, and I think that just gives us confidence moving forward that we have the team to do it, and we're putting the pieces together as we go, and we got the better half of the season in front of us to continue to roll and keep getting better as the season goes on.
With the team on a hot streak, the team remains grounded. They realize they have to sustain this level of play to do well as they get deep into the season.
We're going to have to play really well to stay in contention with some of the other teams that are up at the top of the league. So every win's precious, and certainly being at home and getting those wins is huge. So sweeps are hard to get. So every time you get one, man, you got to be thankful.
As it stands now, the team sits pretty, holding the first place spot in the MAC Conference. They're excited of what they have accomplished while also staying locked in to achieve bigger goals.
We've paved that way for us right now as we've done well so far, but it's about this next half of the season that we got to take care of business and keep rolling.
In Muncie, Xavier Harris, NewsLink, Indiana.
Ball State baseball just keeps winning, guys. Picked up the sweep on NIU and then just tonight beat Butler 3-2 at Butler, picking up the season sweep on them as well.
That's perfect. Can't wait. Of course, we have nice weather. Great season for baseball, which I think is awesome.
Absolutely.
I think.
Do you know who they're playing next?
Yeah. So this coming Wednesday, we go down to Victory Field where the Indianapolis Indians play and actually take on Indiana. Nice. So Big Ten opponent there, big game coming up next Wednesday.
I know we recently lost against IU, but I think we got a chance. You want to take for some revenge, a little revenge game going on. Get our W back.
Whole different game. We'll see this one. I know Blake Beavis has been playing great for the Cards. He had another great night tonight. So we'll see Wednesday.
Thank you, Josh.
Excited to see it.
Thank you. After the break, we have your campus coverage.
And one final look at your weather. Stay with us.
Yarr! All I wanted was my treasure, and I wound up with a lawsuit from my neighbors. And a belly full of regret.
Thanks, Salty Pete. What a powerful dig story. Okay, great class, everybody. Before we go, let's stand and say the safe digging pledge. Shovels don't know right from wrong, but I do. And I'll always contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before digging. It's the only way to dig.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here.
Wait.
What?
I can't drive.
Why?
My.
Oh.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. My name is Daniel Huber, and this is your campus coverage. Students presented their research projects for CHIRPS Week. CHIRPS stands for Creative Works, High Impact Practices, Research Projects, and Scholarships. I made a visit to see what these students were chirping about.
At the LA Pittenger Student Center, students showcased their research to judges and the campus community for Oral Presentations Day. First-year graduate student Kiersey Michael is in the Clinical Psychology Master's Program. Her presentation explored how people with personal differences react to how they are being perceived by others.
And so I'm curious to see how people will react when they feel they've been rejected and whether that will lead to them retaliating or reaching out to people around them.
Opportunities like these are a great way for students to show their findings to people outside their field.
It's a great experience. I think especially in psychology, we really like to share our work, and we don't often get to do it outside of a psychological conference. And so I think it's a really good way to kind of work your skill to present and to communicate your findings, but also to talk to people outside of your area and be able to share with the public.
Stephanie Roof, the Associate Director of Strategic Initiatives and Sponsored Projects Administration, organized the event.
I think CHIRPS Week is about students and really celebrating the work that they do, the impact that they can make. They are the next generation of leaders and scientists and performers and artists. So I think seeing the work that they do is really exciting to all of us.
And it seems that sharing their work is exciting for the students as well.
CHIRPS Week began yesterday and runs through this Friday. You can see their upcoming events on BennyLink.
I think it's phenomenal to go ahead and have an opportunity for these student research projects to not just be stuck in sort of a circular environment, but to have the opportunity for other people to join along and
More hands-on approach. I love collaboration when it comes to either group projects or things that I'm working on. It's very fun.
Right? Helps out a lot, especially when I'm doing group projects and I don't really know where to take it. If I have group members along with me, they can kind of carry me through it, and in the end, we all have a fun time.
Thank you, Daniel. Here's your final look at weather.
So like I said, it is going to start warming up a little bit towards the end of the week here. 78 definitely being the highlight there on Friday. Those clouds are going to start moving in, and unfortunately that weekend chances of rain also moving in on Saturday. Chances of isolated thunderstorms as well as scattered showers throughout the weekend with a 60% chance of precipitation on Sunday and Monday. But next work week definitely going to be a little bit warmer with those temperatures remaining in those high 60s. So definitely super excited about that, the higher temperature changes, and I'm so happy to not have to wear a coat again.
Thank you so much, Evan. Now, tonight is a very special show because we're saying goodbye to one special senior. After 4 years, Olivia Sloniker is saying goodbye to NewsLink Indiana.
Not only has she worked as a nightly producer, but she has also been the producer of Cardinal Weather and the assistant news director. Olivia, before we give the floor over to you, we have a few people who want to say hi.
Olivia, congratulations on graduating and being part of NewsLink Indiana's now 20-plus year history. You're going to do great things in the world, and as long as you keep that energy and motivation with you, any job that you do won't necessarily feel like a job. It'll feel like the experience of a lifetime.
Hi, Olivia. I just wanted to say thank you for being the person to help me realize that I enjoy news and that producing news is my passion, and to wish you good luck on your future endeavors.
Hey, Olivia. Congratulations on your last show and congratulations on graduating. I know you're going to do amazing things wherever you end up. I'm so proud of you, and I can't wait to see what you do next.
Olivia, first and foremost, congratulations on all the great work that you've done here at NewsLink. I know it wasn't easy to balance it between band and classes, but you did a phenomenal job at it. And thank you for always giving sports extra time when we ask for it. I know it's not easy to squeeze in more time for us, but really I do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. It was always awesome working with you, and good luck in your future. Wherever you go, they're going to be extremely lucky to have you.
Hey, Gibby. Just wanted to say how proud I am of you and congratulate you on finishing up your 4 years at NewsLink. I've been here to see you grow in so many ways, going from a reporter and an anchor to a producer of a whole newsroom. It's just been so awesome to watch you, and I just wanted to say that I'm so happy that I have been a part of what you have accomplished here. So thank you.
Hi, I can't believe you're growing up and graduating from Ball State. Now you'll be the star out in the real world reporting on real news. Being your big sister comes with its perks. You're my first best friend and I'm your first bully. You tell me what to wear and what not to wear, what to say in those risky texts, and you've always been a fantastic listener. You'll always be known as Bethany's little sister. But overall, I've been so lucky to know you and see you grow and learn every day, especially watching you march and dance in the Pride of America marching band. Remember, the band always wins. From our shopping trips, our gossip sessions, and our sisterly fights, I love you and I love what you're doing to make this world a more informational place. Brian and I are so proud of you. Good luck out there and in the real world, grown-up world. Chirp, chirp.
Hey Olivia, congrats on your last show. It's been so fun working with you.
And it has been so much fun learning from you. Congratulations. I will see you at Wish this summer. Bye, Olivia.
Olivia, thank you so much for everything you've taught me. I'm so excited to see what else you do. I know you've already done so much in NewsLink Indiana, at Wish TV, and on all your other endeavors. You're amazing. You accomplished so much. You're ambitious, and I can't wait to see what you do. Thank you for everything you've taught me.
Hey Olivia, Mom here. Hey, I just wanted to give you a shout out and let you know that we're so proud of you. You do such a good job at everything that you try, and you never give up, and you just keep chugging along no matter what obstacles you run into. And I think that along with the incredible knowledge that you have stored in your noggin, it's going to take you great places. We're so proud of you. Can't wait to see you on the next screen. Here's Dad.
Hey sis, we love you. We're so proud of you. Just want you to remember all the people that helped get you there. There's a lot of people, a lot of folks in the community, at the school. They love you too. They're awful proud of you. So we love you. Bye.
Oh boy. Okay. Hi, my name's Olivia. I've been in a lot of roles since joining NewsLink. Production my freshman year, campus coverage turned reporter and anchor my sophomore year, and now producer in my last 2 years. So I think it's safe to say that the things I've learned here far outweigh what I've learned in the classroom. I even remember the distinct moment I realized that producing was my thing. I texted my mom that day to let her know that I'd found my niche. I had nothing else to say other than the fact that I had found what I wanted to do. And it's weird that after all this time, I'm just done. That in the next 2 minutes, I will be done. I will leave NewsLink, this studio, this lab, with more experience than what I can fit on a resume. I'll leave with this sense of passion, a goal, something to work towards, and I'll leave with the motivation to continue my education, switching out this beautiful unified media lab for the emerging media lab that we have upstairs, where I am really just 1 year out from completing my master's degree. Afterwards, who knows? You know what I mean? I love him in the background of that picture. It's not even me. I've been telling folks that I'll leave the state, I'll wrap up my time at Wish TV in Indy, and I'll search for a newsroom desperately in need of a producer. But the truth is, I don't really know where I'm going. I just know that I'm getting closer and closer every single day. Earlier today, when I was writing this, the little musical nerd inside of me was listening to a song from the musical called Matilda. And while I was figuring out what to put into this goodbye, the song When I Grow Up came on, and they have the lyrics, "When I grow up, I will be smart enough to answer all the questions that you need to know before you're grown up." Lord knows I don't have the answers, but I have a pretty good idea, and that's thanks to what I've learned here at Ball State, at NewsLink, just in the 4 years I've been alive. And more than anything, I just want to thank my family, who's sitting behind the camera now, that I refuse to look at because I'll cry, for their unwavering support and their trust that I would find the exact person I'd become. And for people who watch, people who are sitting at this desk, who still aren't crying, by the way, I thank you for your help, your support, your love. I guess here's to another year, another 30-some years in newsroom that are as eye-opening and inspiring as this one. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you to you three, too.
Thank you, Olivia.
Thank you, Olivia. Idol to look up to. Idol.
Really, big time.
And that's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page, YouTube channel, and WCOD 91.3.
And for news anytime, anywhere, just go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night and stay safe.